All right, we're cutting across to the BCCI's official press conference with the coach and the captain now as the Indian team gets ready for another test down under. Ravi, Shastri and Virat Kohli in presence as they brief the media before another big tour. Remember, they've had a good run at home and that is not surprising at all, but it will be how well they...
What's your assessment of the team?
I see a lot of progress across all formats. And I say that in spite of the scoreline in England, but when you look at actual performances across all three formats, in conditions that are foreign to us, I'm more than happy. It's still a learning process. If we learn from the mistakes we made in South Africa and in England, I think it'll stand us in good stead in Australia.
How will you were to answer this question, how will you
Well, I personally feel that we definitely have made decent progress, but there's still a lot of room for improvement, and that's something we realize as a team also. The thing is that we understand within the group what we need to work on. So it's up to the individuals to take ownership of that, take responsibility, and the things that are explained, that are laid out as expectations from a team culture point of view or team goal point of view, that can only be achieved when individuals go and work on those things. So there were a lot of things that we sat down and figured out after England what went wrong. To be honest, we all felt that there was not much that went wrong, but whatever was not right was very extreme also. So we played good cricket, but the mistakes were also very extreme. That's why we lost that many number of games rather than winning those moments and winning the games. So we need to strike a decent balance of when the situation is against us, how to control it better and how to find a way out of it rather than wanting to get out of it immediately. So I think those are little things that we need to work on, and myself on an individual level, I would like to do those things more, and we expect that from the whole team as well, that individuals take more responsibility, show more character in those situations and assess it and then find a solution rather than thinking that the solution will appear from somewhere. So I think those are things that we really are keen on showing now in our next venture, and especially in Test cricket, because as Ravi mentioned, in T20s and ODIs we played really good cricket. So I think it's Test cricket where we really need to tighten things up and keep moving forward and correcting those mistakes.
Virat, the elite honesty seems to be the new buzzword in Australian cricket. And recently we saw Mitchell Starc just walk away with a cap, with a smile, when he was hit for 20 runs in the ODI against South Africa. So how will you react when there is no such kind of, they don't give it back, or how will you react when it happens in Australia? And
well, you want to go first?
I have a question for you. Last time when we went, there is this thing of going for a win at all against all odds, going for a win, even if we have not crossed the, we have lost on a couple of occasions, like the old distance was very good. So how do you strike a balance between going for a win and also drawing in order to avoid it?
I think Virat touched on that. It's playing for a win, 100%. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. It's just seizing those tough situations, getting tough mentally when the going gets tough there. That's where we've erred. We've learned our lessons. So like Virat said, if you take ownership as individuals in such situations, get tough mentally, then probably, you'll do better, for sure.
The first question was for me.
Yeah. Elite honesty seems to be the new buzzword.
Yeah, I think that's a very personal thing for them. I mean, obviously I don't know the reason behind it, so I can't comment on it. But when it comes to getting engaged in an argument on the field, or in a fight, as people want to call it excitedly, I've been completely okay with playing without a altercation. I'm very happy within my own space. So on a personal level, I don't find the need to go and find these things anymore. I mean, I have enough belief in my ability that I can play without a reason to pump myself up. And those are very immature things that I used to feed on in my early days of my career, so that I can get pumped up, and then I don't necessarily feel all that pressure, and then the focus is precise. Now, being captain of the team, you literally have no room for anything else but to think of what the team wants all the time. So you don't find the need for these things at all. And as you said, they will not give it back. I mean, we were always the ones giving it back. We were never the ones starting anything. So as long as it doesn't start, we have no problem in just focusing on our game and just doing what we need to do. And we don't necessarily need to go and look out for something. If they want to play a certain way, we'll reciprocate in that way. I mean, that's how the game of cricket goes. But at the same time, in our own minds, we have to keep it competitive and not let our energies drop. That'll be our main focus.
After the Southampton test, you've spoken about how creditable it was that India were one of the few teams getting into the close winning positions in OC tests in tough conditions. But crossing the line was an art that had to be still to be learned. So after the England tour, what kind of discussions have you had about that?
Well, again, touching upon the same point which we just spoke about. Look, I know from the management point of view, things are explained in a proper manner where people are told, what needs to be done in a situation. But if I am told that it's a difficult situation and I need to find a way, no one can tell me every ball what shot I need to play, or no one can tell me the decisions I make every ball, because I'm by myself out there. So at that very moment when you're playing every ball, I think the focus has to be really precise on what the team wants. The moment it falls off that, maybe because of some people feel the pressure of not scoring runs, some people feel the pressure of the situation, it varies. Everyone goes through that. But I think it's very important to get your focus back to what the team wants. And only then you will see two individuals who are so focused on what the team wants at that time, do something special in a tough situation and bail the team out. When you win test matches, you see those kind of performances. But it's about remembering them, what we did right, why we won a test match. It's not about forgetting a victory and just enjoying it. It's about learning from victories as well, what we did right, so that we can repeat it, and that's consistency. So I think we need to get more consistent as a team. And for that, as I said, each individual has to sit down and remember what they did, whether we lost or whether we won. Only then you can implement those things, or you can stop yourself from making those same mistakes. So that's something we've spoken already, that the vision will be provided, but the decision making, it's a very individual thing which everyone needs to improve.
Virat, amazing. South Africa is the only country which has beaten Australia 3 test series since 2008, 12 and 16. It's fantastic seeing performance staying almost at the bar. I think your seam attack which you have now, you guys have taken 25 wickets in 2 occasions. Bumrah first. There are others who hardly played actually. You have the capacity where the action delivers there in protest.
Yes, I definitely believe so. From the last time we went there, the fitness levels are definitely way up, which I think is the most important factor in Australia, because the pitches can get really boring at times and the ball doesn't move so much, the kookaburra. So it's about patience, and it's about maintaining that pace which you start your day with, and maintaining that same pace throughout the day. That's why a team like South Africa has done well, where Morkel, Callis back in the day, Steyn, now Rabada. These guys have relentlessly, bowled in the right areas to get those wickets for their team. So we definitely believe that our guys are good enough to do similar kind of job. But again, I don't want to focus too much on that again, because yes, we are all feeling good about the fact that we have a great bowling attack now, but the batsmen need to step up as well, which we have spoken as a team again after England. And everyone's really keen to, correct those things and put in a complete performance. So we put in a complete performance for a game, which we want to last for a series. And for that to happen again, people have to take more ownership every test match that we play. And I think our focus more will be on how the batsmen bat well together on this tour, because the bowlers are in a great space and they know exactly what they want to do. After a long time, we feel like we can pick up 20 wickets every game, which I think is a great feeling to have. But the whole combination has to come together for us to win series, not just one test match and feel happy about it.
Just one question, talk about the batting. You go back to India's history, the last opening pair which has done well there is Akash Chopra, after that, it's really not. The first and second wicket partnership 100, very few. 3, 4, 5 there are, but lower end nothing. We think there has to be much more focus on the top 3 and the lower order also to get a 350, 400 runs on consistent basis.
Yes, definitely, especially the lower order, I would say, because we still understand that at the top it can get difficult, where guys are bowling a good spell, and it's really tough. Relatively easier for the middle order, but again the lower order contributions are crucial. As we saw in England, their lower order contributions were much better than ours, and that was the difference in the series. So that's where we want guys to be fearless. Actually, that's the best place to bat, where an all-rounder who can bowl as well has literally no pressure. So if they get going, they can change the whole course of the game or course of the whole series. So I think that is something that we need to tighten up, especially after England, and something that we are really looking forward to as a whole batting unit from top to bottom, to bat well together, not necessarily look for individual performances, but bat well together to achieve a certain total every game.